Just gonna say this real quick, Ben Diskin I don't think makes a bad Mega Man. Welcome back to Mega Man 11.
Well, let's get out of the way now.
It takes getting used to. It's just that his voice is too deep.
And I'll say right there, I love how on the level select screen, someone made a joke of it immediately when this demo came out, but as opposed to the more neutral expression, Mega Man's just ticked. He's like, God dang it, another 8 of these guys every day.
He's just like, fuck.
Do you mind if I mention something about Impact Man? Because I'm not sure if we're going to get a chance to say it anywhere else.
Sure.
Impact Man is technically comprised of 3 robots.
No, well,
Huh?
I was going to mention that actually, but we will actually get to that later. I will say it in a bit.
Alright, I'll let you do it.
James, is there a bottomless pit here, or do we actually need these platforms?
There is a bottomless pit.
Mm-hmm.
What he said.
Okay, oh jeez. James, what do you think about this stage?
Yeah.
It's...
Oh, see?
Thanks,
Thank
mate.
you, Pete.
Thank you, Pete.
Anyway,
He beat us to the punch.
I will argue that next to Torchman, this is one of the other harder levels in the game.
I don't
There's a lot
know.
going on here.
I still think that Acid Man's ending is bullshit.
I
Jeez.
didn't get really a chance to say it, but I don't really find Acid Man's level that tough. I
What
mean,
I'll
even with
say-
the spikes and everything.
I think Acid Man's a little annoying to get through. Impact Man, if you're not fully aware of your surroundings, he can be a hassle, but I think once you get your bearings, he's actually not too terrible.
Yeah.
There's a lot. They throw a lot of pot shots at you, though, is the thing. And, well, it's definitely going to be apparent once we actually meet up with these 3.
Oh, here we are.
What?
And
the-
here
oh,
they
jeez.
are, the 3 robots that control Impact Man.
So it's a lot. So they're like Constructobots,
Yeah, basically,
or Constructicons, or whatever.
basically they're the, I forgot, the Impact Bros. They call themselves the Impact Bros, and the youngest and oldest are the ones that control Impact Man's mind. Mostly the oldest, but sometimes the youngest. Whereas the middle child, nobody wants to have anything to do with.
I guess he just hangs
Yeah.
out then.
He's a troublemaker.
What is the James? What was the purpose of that welding bot back there? Does that just like make hot spots on the ground?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, he
basically
makes
what
hot
does.
spots. And he feels like the most realistic robot on the force.
He's just
And-
like, hey, I'm just here doing my job.
And you want to be careful, because those
Don't
spots,
mind
they
me. I love
are
his-
permanent.
Don't mind me. I'm
Not
over here.
exactly. There is a weapon that can get rid of the hot spots.
That's good. But,
Well, by the time you get that weapon, though, you're pretty much done with all these weldy robots.
Well, yeah, of course.
can
Also,
we?
it should also be said that this is easily where the block dropper really shines.
Nice. Whoa.
Yeah, the
Nice.
block dropper is the best. Or one
Well,
of
for
the
this
best.
level in particular, like a lot of enemies in this level are susceptible to it, especially the mid boss we'll catch up to later.
Fun
At
fact:
least
there-
these guys seem more fair. At least these guys feel more fair than the Quick Man lasers.
Oh God,
Oh
yes.
yeah, because there's an indicator.
Yeah. Now, what were you
That
saying,
is
Matt?
true.
That they don't instant kill you.
By the way, fun fact: there is a achievement for getting through this level without being hit by the Impact Bros.
Nice.
And I've never
Oh
gotten
gosh,
All
it's
right,
a.
here
Oh,
we
boy.
go. Let's massacre this son of a bitch.
There you
Oh
are.
gosh, the Met Tool dozer.
Keep block drop.
Wow. What was I gonna say?
I'll clean that up later.
Is there a way to? I know we have.
If I knew it was that easy to begin with, I'm kicking myself in the ass.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Matt. Because
This-
it's like, not for nothing, I do appreciate them, but for me, whenever I play a classic Mega Man game, I know some people might
Oh,
consider this a
gosh.
stupid method, but I usually try to go through the stage
Life!
for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part, I usually try to go through the stages with just the Buster and try to save all of my weapon energy for when I get to the Robot Master. Oops.
Where
Yeah.
were you me for that? Where were you for me there, Beat?
You used them up. Everyone gets one.
Yeah, that's
I was gonna.
right.
I was gonna ask. Is there? I know you can get Rush Coil. You get Rush Coil from the start. Do you get any of the other Rush abilities?
Just Rush Jet. You get that halfway into the campaign, but I was actually going to say before while Hype was saying the whole save your Buster for everything until the bosses. That's how it usually is for me for regular Mega Man games. Though I think 11 in particular really wants you to use the special weapons for stage
James.
stage travel itself.
James,
Because-
just use the gear system that they gave you and leave and get out of here.
Oh, that's also another thing, I'm not gonna lie. I try to use the gear system as sparingly as possible.
I use them as much as I can.
Okay, this guy's placement is the worst because and this guy. The problem is you get knocked back so far in this game.
Yeah.
A bit. Like, I would say it's more. It's just. It's funny because technically your knockback isn't that much different from what you've had
Nice.
normally, but it just feels the most impactful here, and it can really mess you up.
Impactful. Got it.
But anyway.
Oh, crap.
Crap! I forgot what I was gonna say earlier.
We were talking about,
we were talking
like,
about the gears and using them sparingly or a lot or.
I know a lot of people tend to say that the speed gear is pretty much just king. Although, if I can be perfectly honest, until you get a certain upgrade that actually makes your movement faster while using the speed gear, I kind of find it not all that useful.
I bullet time just honestly.
I think it's more
we wanna
useful in
slow
some
down.
stages than as others.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll agree to that.
Slowing down speed, slowing down speed, and I like to use it a lot as. I kind of like using the slow gear, kind of like quote unquote focus
Are
mode
you
in
going
bullet
to
hells.
succeed
like-
this time? Nope.
Oh,
To
Oh,
be fair,
no, Bison
to
Rock.
be
Well,
fair,
hey, at least I didn't die by the pit. By
That
the
is
spike.
true.
to be fair,
Let's
this
just do
is
that,
prob-
yeah.
Rush.
this is probably the dickish. This is the most dickish portion
Ooh.
when it comes to having to beat this level without
thank
getting
you.
hit by the impact bros.
Oh, are you gonna risk it? There you go.
Well, now what do we do,
Wait on it.
Mr. Smart
No,
Man?
you can't put rush on the spikes.
He just dies.
Yeah, exactly.
That would
So no.
suck.
But no, what was I gonna say? That is nice to be able to attack things above.
Hello,
you. Anyway,
Hammer Joes.
what was I gonna say? I like using the slowdown mechanic, kind of like the focus mode of a bullet hell, in that like it allows me to like have more control over my own movements.
That's fair, I guess.
Nice.
I just trust my own
Instincts.
my own instincts and don't have to worry too much about the speed gear. Again, I just find it mostly useful once you get the upgrade that lets you actually move at proper speed while you use the speed gear.
Yeah.
well,
Alright,
that
let's
I
do
also
this.
got too. That's one of the first equipables I got.
Yeah. Also, the cooldown of the double gear system really does
Who
help.
plays Impact Man?
Here we go.
Ha!
Who voices him?
Engage, motherfucker!
He's voiced by Jesse Merlin, who is the guy that voices Fang in Street Fighter V.
Fang?
Yeah, Fang.
Whoa, whoa!
Yeah.
The way it's spelled, it makes me think Fang.
Well,
crap,
it
power
is.
mode.
Well, that's how you spell Fang.
Yeah.
I will say, out of all the Robot Masters, Impact Man is easily one of the harder ones. Just because
Yeah.
a lot of his moves stuck and stun Mega Man.
Fun fact:
Yeah,
a
it's
lot
He's
of
the
his
guts man.
fun fact: a lot of his moveset is actually taken from Concrete Man.
Nice.
If you look at his moveset, it is Concrete Man's.
Also, I just realized if his two younger bros were controlling the shoulders, then that means his third one was literally a dick.
Or it could have just been the head.
Yeah.
No, the legs are the same color
And
as the
now
third
that
brother,
we beat him,
including the cock
time
piece. Moving
for
on.
Pretty
What do we
useful,
get from him?
but sometimes situational power up.
Alright, from him, we essentially get a Mega Man XS Dash.
Oh, that's right. This is in the demo.
This, my friends, is the Pile Driver.
It's really nice. Oh, careful.
Yeah, this is the one that has the least use except for against Bounce Man. So
Sorry about that.
No worries.
That's fine. By the way, if I could bring up something real quick now that we're back in the shop. So here's something I'm a little half and half on. I'm not a big fan of how they do this. Like, obviously all these neat little gears can pop up at sporadic moments of the game, and well, you can reap the benefits of whatever perk they have. Only downside is that they never tell you how to unlock the particular gear for purchase.
yeah, no
That's
joke.
fair.
I actually had to check I actually had to check the strategy guide.
Oh, real
That's
quick.
Yeah,
interesting.
like
I just
There
want to say
we
real quick
go.
about the store. Unless we brought it up, there will be certain times when you go to the store. I think it's on certain days you can actually get discounts on your items.
Yeah, that's what it was showing. By the way, here's
sorry.
Bounce Man. the Robot Master, whose actress actually did like and comment on something. So, yeah. Fun fact: the actress tweeted me,
That's sweet.
or at least
Whoa.
replied to a tweet.
Also, this whole place
cute.
kind of reminds me of Clown Man's stage a little bit.
I was going to
it'll
say
be like
Spring
Bam-
Man, but
And as you can imagine,
I definitely
oh,
get Springman vibes from this.
3, 2, come on, slap, slap, slap! And as you can,
you
as you can
actually have to
imagine, I-
jump when you do
And I-
that.
and as you can
Actually, no,
imagine,
you,
I
no,
hope
you
you're
don't.
like,
You don't have to.
oh,
Really?
Yeah, for
Oh.
the slappy hands, no, you don't have to jump like jump
Fun
in
fact.
slappy.
Fun fact: you can actually use the speed gear to slow that down.
oh, that's cool to control what you get. But as you can imagine, I hope you like bounce physics.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, this is bounce bands level after all.
I-
But yeah, basically what it is with the hands is that the amount of distance or whatever is dependent on like where you position yourself on the cube.
Huh.
Like the further to the left here, for example, the further you're actually going to be sent.
By the way,
Nice.
fun fact about so the whole bouncing mechanics, especially on those balls, I hated it when I first played this level until I realized, oh, I just have to hold the A button and I'll get the immediate bounce.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost exactly like
Mario.
Spring Bands.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, it also reminds me just of how like bouncing cat controls in Mario games too.
Kind of,
Hurry.
yeah. Which
Hurry,
is
hurry.
honestly pretty nice.
Oh, crap.
Oh, boy.
Come on, Rock. There we
Nice.
There you
go.
are.
So, which would you say is the longest stage out of them all? Because these have been feeling a lot longer than your typical.
Aside
Mega
from the
Man
Wily
game.
stages,
Gotta be honest with you, I'm not really sure. I would honestly
Oh,
say
gosh.
Torchman, but only because his is the hardest.
Precision
Yeah.
platforming and bouncing do not mix well.
for
Yeah, though you do bring up a good point though. The levels in Mega Man 11 are easily some of the longer in the classic series. Though I feel like to give it some credit, it doesn't feel too needlessly long. Like I think it's just the right amount.
by the
Before
way,
it gets
yeah,
tedious.
Nice.
yeah. By the way, I love
What
this
the-
boss. Look at it.
Me too.
Yeah.
I just love this. I love this little. It honestly it honestly looks a lot nicer than it should be. But yeah, the only thing you have to worry
There
about
you
is the robot that's maneuvering the
All
frog
right.
balloon.
You could probably use speed. You could probably use speed gear there to destroy him before he fully reinflates it.
I was
I could have, but I prefer a challenge.
And I hate
and
this.
be careful. Yeah, be careful because those guys.
They slap you silly, and probably down the pit.
Yeah, no,
Would you say?
they are insta-kill dicks.
I am curious. And I hope if so, that one YouTube channel posted. Do you? Because recently not recently, about a couple months ago, they did a YouTube video talking about is it possible to beat? Is it possible to beat Mega Man 1 without getting hit? Period. And he managed
That's
to do it.
luck.
He managed to do it. This is the guy who does all those weird challenges, like is it possible to beat Super Mario Odyssey without jumping?
Or beat Dead Rising without killing a single zombie. Like fucking hell. That
Or,
has to be
or
tricky.
beat New Super Mario Brothers without getting a
coins.
coin.
Yeah, or beating Jack and Daxter without any precursor orbs. Like it's interesting.
Well, I hate to burst your spirits if we're gonna go back on the topic of Mega Man 11. I hate to burst your spirits, but you can't beat this game. You can't beat this game doing a no gear run. It's actually impossible. Because,
Let me get story reasons at the end.
yeah, the final. I'll just say this right now: the final boss in the game, you have to use speed gear. Otherwise,
Gotcha.
you can't win.
Gotcha. Okay.
I
If
don't
there is a
know.
way to beat it without the speed gear, I'd love to hear about it.
I will leave it to that guy. He may find a way. Oh jeez, I'm just.
Yeah.
guy
But
here.
all things considered, like, I really do love the aesthetics of Mega Man 11, especially with Spring Man's, excuse me, Bounce Man's level here.
I
It's
thought
like,
it was a
too.
bouncy balloon.
Yeah, no, they are weapons.
Oh look, it's rock climbing wall. So I mean, also
this, okay, that part's not annoying at all.
So
Yeah.
also, what do you think about the music of this game again? I guess.
I like it.
I think, well, we already.
I was about to say I like it, although if I can be honest, I'm not going to fully disagree on James in that I think with some tracks I do kind of prefer the instrumental versions, which I'm not sure if people know this or if we brought it up in another part. There is technically an option that you can get, as far as I know it's just DLC, an option where you can change the music to where instead of being all techno-y like it is now, you unlock an alternate version where it's like the instrumentals to, I guess, the bases that they made before.
What is the
it gets
instrumental to a
technoized.
song with no vocals? I guess. I was gonna say, what the heck is the instrumental to a song that has no vocals?
Okay, well, orchestral, is that better?
yeah.
I would say
Not
more classical than
orchestral. It's more like
So it's just the backing. It's just the backup tracks.
and no,
not
it's
entirely.
no. Think of it this way: the Acid Man's theme, like has this bleep bloom bloop in the beginning. The do 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 do. In the instrumental
Yeah.
version, that's a piano going do 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 do.
It sounds like acoustic.
Like I said, instrumental just feels like a mistranslation. I would say I would say a better term would be classical.
A classic. Okay, I was thinking more acoustic or something, but I think I see where this is going. More. Okay. All right, we're almost at his core.
By the way, if I'm not mistaken, I guess we can go into some of the lore about some of the robot match we're talking.
Yeah, who's
fighting,
this?
obviously, Bounceman here. If I'm not mistaken, he's actually a mascot for a gymnastics line.
Actually, he's not the. Well, okay, he's not really a mascot, but he does run this park, and the mascot of this park is actually. Hold on. The mascot.
Oh,
The mascot of this park is actually the frog.
Okay.
And did you know that before
Oh,
he
God.
joined?
Thank you, Beat.
Did you know that before Bounceman joined this gym, he used to be a crash test dummy?
Which makes sense.
oh,
The more you know.
makes sense. Yeah.
Oh,
gosh.
Stop
Careful.
forgetting those things exist.
What was Acid Man meant to be for?
I'm a
he-
chemist.
Yeah, he's a chemist.
Okay. What
And
about?
he's just too eager for the job.
What about? And then I mean, I don't say Impact Man or Brick Man because those guys clearly seem
Oh,
like construction
actually,
demolition.
thank you for reminding me. Quick fun fact: Impact and Blockman are pretty much brothers,
Yeah.
Huh.
made by the same company, and they're literally work buddies.
So they're quadruplets?
No.
Because
No.
Impact Man's 3?
No. The thing is, Impact
man.
Man is controlled by 3 AI. It is mostly
Rats.
controlled by 3 AIs. Whereas Blockman is
Where's
controlled by
Blockman?
1
Yep.
AI. However, the Impact Brothers, they call themselves Impact Brothers. It's
Yeah.
really just 1 AI just controlling
Left-
3 aspects
there
of
we
a
go.
body.
Oh, and back there, real quick. When James took damage for the umpteenth time, you noticed. Oh. When James took damage for the umpteenth time, you noticed a voice clip play. That's basically
now or
your
never.
little audio cue. That's your audio cue for you've taken enough damage to enter dual gear mode.
Yeah, which I think we said before, it's a neat idea. It is a neat idea, but at the same time, if you know what you're doing, it's honestly incredibly situational.
Yeah, I don't
See
use
if
it
you're
often.
bad.
The most you're going to get out of it is pretty much the boss fights. And even then, I would just say in the boss fights, if you're doing a Buster only run.
James, you don't have to swap. You got that balancer Neo thingy. All right.
That's true. Well, I'm going to switch now because
What?
I already have a weakness for Bounce Man.
By the way, fun fact.
Oh, wait.
Use speed gear on this boss, not power gear. Because speed gear,
Alright.
you can actually defeat it before it goes into gear mode.
Oop. And I also want to say real quick about Bounceman himself. I don't mean for this to be a controversial opinion. I'm sure the actress who voices him is a perfectly fine woman. I'm really not fond of either
Oh,
his
gosh.
English or Japanese voices. I think they're a little too kiddyish or girlyish.
Well, that's the point.
It's almost like it's
supposed to be
based on a
childish.
toy.
But I think they kind of overclocked it, is what I mean.
I get the feeling what Hyperreal was expecting was a, "Hi, I'm Bounce Man."
No, actually, it was. Well, I wouldn't say that exactly. I don't mind like a more youthful, kiddyish voice. Again, I just think that both actresses kind of overdid it, like particularly the Japanese one.
So who
Yeah,
here?
I think it's
Anyway, guys, behold,
who likes super happy fun balls.
this
Yeah, who here?
This is the best weapon in the game. Hands
One of
down.
them, anyway.
In Matt's opinion.
Who here missed Mega Man 8?
Why?
Whoa!
It's not quite as abusable as the Super Ball from Mega Man 8, but at the same time, it is pretty handy.
No,
for the sake
it is much more
wait a
useful
minute.
because you
That was
can
me
rapid
saying
fire
that. Oh.
that shit.
Guys, look.
Oh yeah, we forgot to talk about the lore concerning this game.
Wait. Yes, I forgot the turkey leg in the microwave up there.
The microwave.
Risotto.
I oughta.
It's literally starting to smell.
Oh, they're listening in.
But yeah,
I roll.
that is the sad thing. We actually kind of glossed over the whole lore behind Mega Man 11 back in the intro. So the whole deal was that Dr. Light and Dr. Wily, back when they were still university students, they both had different ideologies of how to progress the age of robotics. In Dr. Light's case, he wanted to give robots independent thought. Wily wanted the double gear system, which made them much better at their own work.
However, the cost at the double gear system is that it has the potential to, like, overclock them too much to a point where it will risk frying them out.
Right. And as such, the board pretty much dumped Wily's research in favor of Dr. Light's independent thoughts research.
Well, it's this odd thing of like, and you see more in the comics. It's this odd thing of like both. I think Wily and Light both have a similar, or at least a comparable appreciation for robotics. That's why they do what they do. Just
Even though I could tell with some of the writing in this game, it kind of made Dr. Wily seem to have more selfish. But no, they do have the right idea though. They want to improve robots for the sake of the future.
By the way, I like this. Watch soon.
And if it fell into the wrong hands,
Hold on.
it could be used to cause terrible harm.
don't let them see us. That's cute.
Wily's
But what was I about to say?
keep watching.
I do appreciate that for this cutscene though. Dr. Light does realize they were a tad rash when dumping Dr. Wily's research, and that's pretty much why the two have become mortal enemies since.
Dang.
How ironic.
Now
Yeah.
you're gonna see.
My efforts to quench Wily's
And honestly, that's what I love about Mega Man 11's plot. It's nothing grandiose, but it feels a little more personal. Like they don't
Yeah.
rely on anything like really outlandish, like say the alien energy from Mega Man 8, the Robo-Wenza virus from 10. Just it feels more natural. It feels personal, and that's what I appreciate about this plot. And they don't even pull any of those your typical tropes from past Mega Man games. Like Proto Man doesn't appear at all, and I kind of appreciate that.
Even the double gears.
Neither Proto Man nor Base, which actually
Yeah.
confuses
Using
me.
it properly
At the same time, though, I appreciate it. Again, this is a personal story. It's nothing grandiose, and that's why this feels so refreshing.
Any robot
Well,
I will.
into a
I will.
hero
Go ahead.
become reality.
I was just gonna say, like, I agree for the most part. Like, I do think this is probably one of the more, I guess for lack of a better word, grounded stories in the series. How would you say it is compared to 9?
I've just finished giving Rush.
I would honestly say it's right. It's honestly right behind it.
Out with you.
Yay, Rush Jet.
Rush.
Barkity bark.
Hey, Rush.
Help make
Aw, look at you.
safe. Be a good boy now.
Oh, Light's fun. Yay!
Thank you, Honest Trailers guy, for that contribution.
Hey, beating Eddie.
Let's go.
Oh,
Well, he does make for a good dog. Anyway, now we have the Rush Jet. It works pretty much exactly as it does in Mega Man 4 through 10. It's pretty much a horizontal boost.
And again, no joke, it is, the Honest Trailers guy is Rush.
And one thing
Yeah.
that I do kind of find amusing is that is that they actually have two different actors for Rush for both America and Japan. If all they do is just like ruff, woo, what's the point of having two different actors?
Because
I don't know.
A different take on it. Like honestly, how we in the West portray a bark bark is different from what Japan does. I mean, hell, it's
Yeah.
kind of the same case with cats. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're pretty much halfway done with the Robot Masters, so stay tuned as we blow a fuse.
my
Ah, chill out, dude.
Wow.